Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning. I am Stephanie and this is Well Doing Mama. I am the mom of 8 kids, 6 that are at home, 2 are at college. It is the Saturday before Thanksgiving and we have just some things to do today, and I thought I would take you along and show you what my day is going to look like. First thing I'm going to do, I've written a list in my planner and we are going to a friend's house tonight for dinner and game time, and so I need to make 2 desserts because they have a gaggle of kids like we have a gaggle of kids. And then I want to make some bread for tomorrow. We're having minestrone soup tomorrow. I need to pull the ham out that I'm going to use in it, and I need to make some bread to go with it. So I have out my recipe binders. You can see they need to be fixed and updated. These are my favorite binders for recipes. So I have one that has main dishes. It's still in my cabinet up there. That's where they go. Then this one has, and this one has breads. And so I think breads, yeah, all kinds of breads and breakfast stuff. So I am going to start by dessert. So for dessert, I am making a 4-layer dessert. I'm going to make 2 of them. So my husband and I's family both grew up making this. So this is what it is. It is, basically it's a crust, and then you have a cream cheese filling, a pudding layer, and then you top it with Cool Whip. So I had to put the Cool Whip in the fridge in the garage. I need to pull it out and make sure it's defrosting. But you got to make the crust and it bakes, and then it needs to cool before you can do the next layers. So I grew up, my family always made a chocolate one. My husband's family always made a butterscotch one. I'm going to think one of these days. I know it's so weird. Sun's almost coming out outside. Okay, so my husband his family always did butterscotch. My family always did chocolate. It's the only thing my stepmom actually really cooked. So we are going to make 2 because I don't like butterscotch pudding and he does. So this is one chance he gets to have the one he likes because we need a lot of this food. So the crust is 1.5 cups flour, half a stick of margarine melted, and half a cup of nuts. So we had to have a little discussion about what's going on tomorrow. And about chairs. They're cleaning up. My husband and the kids are cleaning out the garage because we need to be able to park a vehicle in the garage. It's technically a 2-car garage, but it's pretty small. But we might get snow, and when we have snow, we live on an emergency snow route, so we can't park on the street. And we have a lot of vehicles because there's a lot of people that live in our house. So we need to be able to park our car in the garage. So they're cleaning out the garage, which is always a thing, right? So working on that. So now I need to take half a cup of flour, half a stick of margarine melted, and half a cup of nuts. I am doubling it, so I'm just going to do a cup of nuts, and I'm going to crush them up pretty fine to mix. I really, really wish I had my food processor, but my food processor broke, and they're crazy expensive, so I haven't bought one. So, okay, so I have a large bag, I have a large bag of walnuts. I bought these at Costco. Such the best place to buy walnuts or nuts. So I am going to crush those up in the little tiny crusher thingy. And then I will show you how I'm going to mix the rest of it together. Okay, so still have my griddle to clean up from breakfast. But we will get there later. The dog is crying because he can't be up here because they're in and out of the garage, and the garage is open, and we don't want him to run out, of course. Oh, that is full. I think I'll do this in 2 batches. Okay, so half a cup of nuts. These are walnuts. all in. Okay. And they don't have to be totally finely mixed. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfectly mixed. It's okay to have some nuts left. It doesn't actually even say to crush up the nuts, but I think it'd be weird not to. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that's what our parents always did. There we go. I know, Boomer, you'll get to come out soon. This is not the one I was looking for. Okay. Nuts need to go back in the freezer because that keeps them from going bad. And I need to melt a stick of butter, which of course I don't have it. Oh, here's mine. Oh, good. The Cool Whip's nice and soft. A little too soft for having been in the freezer. I should probably check the freezer. Okay. Stick of margarine. I'm going to put it in here and melt it, and then do 3 cups of flour. Then I'll clean the kitchen when I get all of this. Kids think I have the better job today. The kids think I have the better job. Okay, 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, 3. This is not a dessert I make very often. Partly because we like different versions of it. But it is kind of fun because my husband and I both grew up having it. So it makes it a little fun that way. I am sure we'll have it when we go to family Christmas with his family. But his mom knows I like it to be chocolate, so sometimes she makes chocolate. But they just love the butterscotch. And that's great. I don't know if it's just because we never had butterscotch. In my family, we always... That's my oven. Not a fun noise for the oven's on. In my family, we always called it Robert Redford. Because it was really good, like Robert Redford was good looking or something. I didn't totally get it. Okay, I do not feel like this is enough butter to make a crust. Okay. Does it really say half a stick, not half a cup? Half a stick. Okay. Well, I do not feel like this is enough, so we're going to melt more butter. I melted a whole stick. Oh, there it is. Trying to figure out where I put it. Yes, I use fake margarine. No, I don't care. Poor dog is just having an absolute meltdown. I'm just going to add all of that. Okay, so that's like a whole stick, or 2 sticks of it. Stick for each one. And that looks like a much better crust, so that's what I want. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so I added the crust to the pans, probably not perfectly evenly, pushed it down, and now I'm going to bake these in the oven for, it says 10 minutes, so just get these set up. And then while I do that, I'm going to go find the cream cheese, and I'm going to mix together 8 ounces of cream cheese, so a block of cream cheese, cup of Cool Whip, and a cup of powdered sugar to make the second layer so that it's ready to go when these are done and cooled off. And I'll show you what that looks like when I get there. Okay, so my 5-year-olds helped me make all the layers. So this is the first layer, and it is, so this baked, the very first layer baked in the oven. This is the second layer, and it is cream, cheese, and, hold on, what is that called? Cream cheese and powdered sugar, and some Cool Whip. And so I'm dividing it between the 2 pans, hopefully evenly. We'll see, we'll leave some in there. Okay, so we're just gonna spread this out to make a nice second layer. I did let these cool, well, at least a little bit. It's cold in the house, so that helps. So we'll spread that one out, we'll spread this one out. This one needs a little bit more. This is my favorite layer of it. Cream cheese and powdered sugar. This is what I make. Well, I don't put the Cool Whip in it, but cream cheese and powdered sugar is what I make to go inside crepes. It's my favorite thing to put inside crepes. Okay. So there is layer number 2. Yum, yum. Put that in there. Okay. Now, layer number 3 is the pudding. And so one is going to be chocolate pudding and one is butterscotch, and these are just like the store-bought pudding packages. Oh, that one has some. These bowls are probably not the best for making pudding. Okay, so here we go. All of this can go in here. Spread the pudding out. That may have been too much. Go. Just go where you're going so I can. Over. Okay, so there's the chocolate layer. And now I need another scraper. I don't think I have so many scrapers on. And we have the butterscotch layer. So you can see these aren't hard to make. There's just a few steps. And it's really not hard to double because you do everything in the same bowls except for this part. And then the last thing we do is put whipped cream on top, which I think I'm going to need another container of whipped cream. Maybe if I can get this open. And then we're going to put the Cool Whip on top, although it is not totally defrosted, so. I'm just going to do it on this one, and I'm actually not going to spread it all the way out right now because it is not totally defrosted. And if I just give it, if I just let this sit in the fridge like this, it'll be easier to spread out in a little bit when it defrosts. So I'm going to wait on putting the Cool Whip on the last one until it's had more time to defrost. But you get the idea. There are our 4-layer desserts for tonight. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, so I got dessert made, and the next thing on my list is to fold my laundry. I have one's even a small load, so that shouldn't take me very long. And then after I do that, I am going to work on my Sunday school lesson. The thing about doing laundry is I only fold mine and my husband's. My kids, actually, I need to start. After I do this load of laundry, then I need to start another load. So I only do mine and my husband's laundry, and my kids fold and put away their own. So later this afternoon, they have some piles of laundry that they need to get away. So it's 10 o'clock. I've gotten our desserts made. I'm going to fold the laundry. I'm going to start another load of laundry. And then I'm going to do my Sunday school lesson before I forget. Then I'm going to make bread for tomorrow. That is my plan for the next, I don't know, maybe I can get that done in the next hour. Let's see if I can get that done in the next hour, and I'll check in around 11 and see where I'm at. Okay, so my list today, I made chocolate and butterscotch dessert. I'm getting ready to start some bread for tomorrow. I folded my laundry. I did my Sunday school lesson. I need to make salad, and I need to give everybody lunch. And there's probably some other things I could do. I have a list of things I can do for co-op work here. We don't have co-op next week, though, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to do. So for bread, I am going to make, this is Irish soda bread. So I got this from a website long time ago. But it's very easy and it doesn't have to rise. So that is why I'm going to use it. It's just some flour and salt and baking powder, baking soda, quite a bit of baking powder so it rises a lot. Some butter you mix in, some buttermilk. I will just do vinegar and milk, make sour milk with that instead of making buttermilk. And then you just mix it up. Because it's not a yeast bread, you do not want to overmix it. And then I will get my cookie sheet and we will put these on there as 4 rolls. Or not rolls, but 4 little loaves. Oh, I need to do my planner for next week. Next week is Thanksgiving week, and so it will definitely be an off week and different things going on. So I'd like to work on making my planner for next week. That's not making, but like planning things. Okay, so then you get these 4 little loaves of bread. I will show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. Oh, you can make a crisscross in them like this, and that makes them pretty. But you can see this is a super fast bread to make. And it's yummy, but super fast. Okay, so lunch. It is lunchtime. I am going to have my leftovers from last night. My husband and I went out and we went to this great barbecue place that we really like. I ate all my burnt ends, although there's some meat in my beans. So I have some of my beans and some of my corn left over. So I'm going to eat that for lunch. Maybe something else. I don't know. That's mostly what I'm going to eat because that has yummy. This place had a fire and had been closed down for a little while and reopened. So good. Okay, and then the kids we have some burgers left from last night that I made for them before I left. Some chicken noodle soup that needs to get eaten up. Some beans left. A little bit of oatmeal. Some packages of ramen noodle that they could choose. Or they can make a sandwich. And I have some fruit to go with it. So super simple lunch. But everything doesn't have to be elaborate. So simple, easy lunch. I'm going to make for the youngest. And everybody else can make their own, and then they can eat lunch. Okay, so it is now after 1 o'clock, and we are planning on leaving a little after 3. I have made salads. My big bowls are all dirty from making food earlier. So I made them in these containers, which are easier to carry anyway. It is some romaine, some tomatoes, some peppers, some broccoli, some cucumber. I bought some like salad topping things that can go on and some croutons and dressing. So I have that's going with us and the desserts tonight. And then here I have my 4 loaves of Irish soda bread that this is for tomorrow. So I will just cover this up and save it. And then I thought I would show you what I got from Rainbow Resource. I love ordering from them and I needed a few things. This is a latchet kit for one of my kids to work on. So that is for a child that wanted that. I got a logic book for my 3rd grader. I like using these logic books as part of our homeschool curriculum. It just does a good job teaching them to think through things. I got an Explode the Code 1 for my kindergartner. She's already actually almost done with this book, and now I'm going to have her redo it again, but this time she'll be a little more independent because she's reading a little better. Then I got this. I want something a little bit to help with some writing skills, so I got this to look at this. I'm not sure. Gotta look at it. And I got this for my 3rd grader because I think he needs a little more practice on spelling. And I got this for our co-op. This is what we're doing with our kindergarten and 1st graders in co-op. And I needed another book. So that was my Fun Rainbow resource order. And I think I'm about done with my stuff for the day. I might take a little rest before we go, but anything else will just be odds and ends. So that will be my day, or at least my morning. I guess it's not even 2 o'clock, but that's a lot of stuff I did this morning. So there is our day, and I hope you enjoyed walking through my Saturday work with me. Thanks for joining us today. Please leave a comment if you have something else you'd like me to talk about or you have any questions. Please hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos about what we do.